Hey y'all, I'm Danny, and this is Heard. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your host Danny. Nice to meet you. It's like, no. Thank you guys for joining another episode of Heard the Podcast. We are on all podcast streaming platforms. That's freaking Spotify, iHeart, Apple, everywhere. All the major podcast platforms, we are on there, so check us out. Tell a friend. We're on YouTube, HER_D, the podcast. Subscribe to us, please. Tell a friend. We are on TikTok. Our TikTok is Heard Pod, HERDPOD. But we're having some fun on there. I'm posting some clips and I'm getting reactions and whatnot. We'll talk about that briefly in a second. Yes, so I'm back. If you're watching this, if you're watching this by now, the Jasmine Desiree interview should be up as well. Hope you guys enjoy that. This is my first time interviewing intimacy coach. What have you. Had a great time. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Heard the Podcast if I haven't already said that. HERD the podcast. Yes. So anywho, hi J Rob, how are you?
What's good? J
Rob's in the building, of course.
Of course.
He's the Dre to my Snoop. That's it right? The Dre to my Snoop. Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, so let's just anything good happened to you this past week or so? Anything good?
I spoke on a panel for the first time.
Oh, what panel? Panel?
It's like an entertainment panel.
Where?
Towson University.
You with the that's my school. That's where I graduated from, Towson.
To you, Towson.
Wait, for real? You did that for real?
Huh?
You really spoke on a Towson panel?
Yeah. It was
really? A music panel?
Yeah, it's like an entertainment.
Oh wow! I didn't hear about that.
I know. You don't watch my stories, but it's cool.
Oh wow! Who invited you?
Bang 500. He's he owns the Model Inc. thingy.
Oh, Models Inc.
Yeah, that's his thing. So
yeah,
he does music, so he comes here and records. So he invited me to the joint to speak, and I was like, all right, bet.
What building did you speak at? The Union? Student Union or what? What building?
The ballroom C or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
West Village, West Common Village, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
It was cool.
I actually have to go back up to Towson because I need to get some. I used to. When I went to Towson, I had mad Towson shirts. They would even give shirts out for free if you went to certain buildings or whatever. So okay. I used to have so many Towson shirts, but I can't really find any Towson shirts anymore. I think I lost them or something. I don't know, but I think I need to just go up there, just go to the student store, just buy some.
Just go buy some joints, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go buy some shirts, buy some sweatshirts, buy some, because I can't be a Towson alum and not have no damn Towson merch. I used to have this. So it was this Towson shirt that I used to have. It was blue, and it was like a comic book themed shirt. I think it was like a Justice League theme, or it was like a superhero themed Towson shirt. It was so dope. I think I got it at one of the pep rallies or something like that, or something. But yeah, I got to go up to Towson and get me some new merch, and maybe I should get like a license plate, like a Towson license plate frame. Maybe, I don't know.
Like most of the alums do.
Yeah. I used to, I used to have I used to drive a blue Toyota Yaris in college. I think my third semester I used to drive one, and my third and fourth semester I drove one, and I had a Towson sticker, like a Towson University sticker going across my rear windshield. Right. It was dope. So I mean, hey, I was Towson and proud.
Tiger pride.
Okay. Anywho, yeah, that was cool. So anything else you did?
I did a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna keep it on the wraps until it's done.
Oh shit! You got some shit cooking, some shit brewing. Cool. You got some exclusive shit. You got some shit like coming up, like
not exclusive. It's more,
tell me off air. I want to know.
It's more personal.
I saw Black Adam over the weekend with The Rock.
How was that? It
was cool. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, the storyline wise, it was. But of course, it's an action movie, so it had a lot of action.
Right.
Big budget, for sure. I love seeing The Rock as a superhero. They had homeboy. What's that man's name? I don't know his name, but the guy that played Hawkman in Black Adam. He was cool. I've seen him in other things too. He plays on that show with Kevin Bacon called The Hill or some shit like that, or Hill and some shit like that. Actually, let me look it up. Now I gotta look it up.
He's like the old man or something.
No, he's not old. He's like he's young. Like he might be in his 30s still. Let me see. He plays in this. It's on Showtime, I believe, with Kevin. It's him and Kevin Bacon. His name is Aldous Hodge.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an actor. He's only 36. Yeah, he's 36. He's from North Carolina.
Shout out to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Shout out to my fam in North Carolina.
Oh, you got some North Carolina fam?
Of course.
Oh yeah, he plays on this show called City on the Hill with Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
City on the Hill.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? And he played in Straight Outta Compton.
Oh, Hodge?
Yeah, he played. Who he play? He played Ren.
For real?
Shit. Let me see who's on. He played MC Ren. Yeah.
Oh shit, for real?
He played MC Ren on Straight Outta Compton. He sure did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember. And he played in something else too. He played in like The Invisible. He played in The Invisible Man. He played in some other stuff too. Yeah. He's fairly young. I like when all the black guys are like really coming up, like Jonathan Majors. He's so fucking fine. Like, he played in Lovecraft Country. He's about to be in Creed 3. He's about to be in some other superhero movie as well. He played in that black western movie on Netflix. What the fuck with Idris Elba? What is it called with Idris Elba and Lakeith Stanfield and Regina King? Damn it, what's the name of the goddamn movie?
Damn, I see it, but
me too. Fuck, I hate when that happens. Yeah, he played in that. Like, you know, I love all the, like, Michael B. Jordan, of course, he's doing his thing, and he's directing Creed 3 as well. What else? What other black niggas is out here doing their thing?
Jonathan Robinson.
Michael B.
Jonathan Robinson.
Boy. Shout out to J. Rob. Yay. But no. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, Hodge, Idris Elba out here doing this thing still.
They come.
These black. Damson Idris. I'm waiting for Snowfall to come out. Like, I need a release date. I know y'all are filming. When's the release date? I feel like a lot of these shows are coming out a little bit later now because BMF is coming back, but it's not coming back until January. So that, and then, I'm waiting for Power Book 2 to come back. And, if BMF coming out in January, then I feel like Power Book 2, if they haven't announced a release date yet, I feel like it might come out in January as well, or like maybe February.
Probably top
so
top of the year for sure.
So yeah, I'm ready for that. But Raising Kanan is back out. And you know what, with Raising Kanan, like I saw bits and pieces of season 1, so I have a gist of like, season 1. So I moved on to season 2 just because like I've been on Twitter and I'm seeing all these like memes of season 2. I'm like, I want to be included in it. I want to know what they're talking about. So I started season 2 last night. So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna binge season 2 of Raising Kanan. And yeah, anywho, but we're not on the show segment now. We're on the actual show segment. So let's go into the show. We'll get back to the shows later. The TV shows later. Okay, so a couple quick things.
The show.
So first, real quick is there's no more Cartoon Network anymore. They're ending it.
Why? For what?
I don't know. So I read on Instagram that okay, so it says RIP to Cartoon Network Studios as we know it. After 30 years, Cartoon Network will officially fold into Warner Bros. Animation. It will no longer operate as a standalone network. So I guess it's going to merge into Warner Brothers. But when there's a merger, I feel like there's going to be shows that's going to drop. But they're going to let go of certain shows. But I feel like a lot of the shows that we grew up on probably already ended anyway, right?
Pretty much.
So I feel like, but still, like it's like damn, like Cartoon Network as we know it is like no more. Like so many good memories, I feel like out of all the kid channels, Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, I feel like Cartoon Network was always like the edgier one. Even though it was Cartoon Network, it was always the edgiest of the three, main networks to me. They had like Adult Swim after hours, and and a lot of their cartoons had like little, little like adult undertones to it.
Definitely did.
You know what I mean? So
definitely did. South Park, all of it. What
South
Park was on there?
I don't know. That was on Comedy Central.
Yeah, Comedy Central.
But no, they had was Robot Chicken a nasty show? That came out on Adult Swim.
Yeah, it was Adult Swim. Yeah.
And then they had like that other one, Archer. Was that on Cartoon Network as well?
I think that was.
But no, but I grew up when I loved Ed, and Eddie. I loved Johnny Bravo. I loved Dexter's Laboratory. That was my shit.
That was a great show.
Girls, of course. What else? Courage the Cowardly Dog. I loved that show.
That was a good one.
Yeah, they had a lot of good shit on there. I was never really into All Real Monsters like that for real though. Wait, no, that was Nickelodeon. My bad.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, but anyhow, yeah. I heard they're coming out with they're about to do a Good Burger Part 2.
You gonna watch it?
Huh?
You gonna watch it?
It might come out in theaters. If it doesn't come, I'll watch it either way. If it's theaters or not, or streaming services, I'll watch it regardless. I feel like if Keenan and Kel are, because they're going to be involved in it, so I feel like if they're both involved in it, I feel like it'll be fine. Like I feel like Keenan and Kel, they're very talented. I feel like they're talented actors and businessmen as well. So I feel like if they're involved in it, I feel like it'll be fine. Because mostly reboots. I'm not really a fan of reboots in general, but I feel like if it's done wisely, I feel like it could be a success. Like with That's So Raven, that whole reboot is good because it's still about Raven, So yeah,
we're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
we're gonna see.
It'll probably be like a Netflix or something like that, or either a Netflix or like a Peacock or some shit like that. I feel like. What you think?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes. So, anywho, and then my next quick thing before we get into the topics. So I've been uploading to TikTok. So I've been becoming more consistent on TikTok. And okay, fine. I understand that's me to put the clap hands on that one too. So I've been more consistent on TikTok, and I've been uploading or whatever. And one of my videos, the video about, so there was a clip about ghostwriters. I was on here talking about how I don't care about ghostwriters, and they're not ghostwriters if they have their name on the credits or whatever.
I know the comments.
So I posted on there, and it got like over 20,000 views, which is awesome. Like that's so great for someone that's not on TikTok all the time, and like whatever. That's so great. But there was a whole bunch of like different comments, like agreeing with me, disagreeing with me, and like I just feel like some people are just very uninformed. And I realized that in the comments, people can be very uninformed and very ignorant and just very delusional. And sometimes people can just make up things that aren't true. I'm not gonna give that too much energy, so you just do with that with what you will. I'm having some great wine, guys. I'm not really a drinker like that. I'm more of a smoker. I'm more of a marijuana girl. I'm more of a CBD girl. I'm more of like a THC girl. So when I drink, I get. Sponsor me. So when I drink, it doesn't take me too long to get a little loose.
Lightweight.
Anywho, so on to the topics. Okay, so I'm just gonna, it's just, I have bullet points here, but I'm saying I'm just gonna go. Just gonna go with the flow. Right. Yeah.
Got to relax in you.
So. I have a few things on my spirit, J. Rob.
All right, let's go.
A few things on my spirit.
Let's hear it.
So I want to touch on Normani and Chloe for a little bit, just a little bit.
What happened? They beefing?
No, they're not beefing. No, they're not beefing. No beef. I know you guys want beef with them, but they're not. They're not beefing.
Bet.
So. People are so this Friday coming up. So we're going on Wednesdays. So this Friday. So by the time you guys get this shit, whatever the music gonna be out. Whatever. Anyway, so this Friday a lot of music is gonna release. Chloe featuring Lotto. Rihanna's coming back, my girl. Rihanna's coming back. Drake and 21 Savage coming out with a joint album this Friday. Freaking SZA coming out. Freaking Ice Spice coming out with her Bikini Bottom little SpongeBob instrumental situation going on. I can't wait for that. It's cute. So Normani, right? I'm going to go into Chloe a little bit. So I've been on this show. And I love Normani. I'm still a huge fan. And I've championed for her. So you guys know I get real passionate about Normani because I love me some Normani. And I've seen her growth. Like I've watched her career from the beginning on X Factor and this and that. So Normani is really that girl. And people are still frustrated, the fact that we still haven't gotten a debut album from her yet. And that people are still frustrated that, when we get singles so far apart from each other. And we blame the label, we blame Normani, we blame this, we blame that, and blah 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 blah. And I think that it's just we're outsiders, so we're just we're looking on the inside, and we're just we talk from different standpoints, and we make educated guesses here and there, whatever. But we don't really know what happens behind the scenes. We just guess. Facts. And whatever, right? Facts. So I'll say that for sure. I'll say that. But it's just really sad to me, or it's just really it's a letdown to see that to realize or to, just to witness. I don't know if it's her label or if it's her still, or, because, Normani trends every so often. Normani trends quite often, even if she's not posting pictures. She's that girl. Like she has a cult following, whether her label wants to recognize that or not. But Brandy kind of spoke out the other week, and someone was asking her like, "Hey, Brandy, I hope you're still working with Normani." And Brandy said, "Oh, I worked with her on her debut project. I hope she still releases it some way somehow." And it's just like, damn, like Normani is working with Brandy, and we still haven't gotten the song yet. And like there's Normani leaks here and there on Twitter and on YouTube and stuff, but it's like, damn, like we know that she's in the studio working. We know that she has a couple albums worth of music that she's recorded. It's like, damn, we still haven't even gotten that yet. Like, it's like, the passion that comes behind her being a young Black girl, just along with Chloe as well. Like, we get so excited behind someone like Normani because, we see that she has the full package. She has a beautiful voice. She's a talented performer. Like Normani is a gifted dancer. For me personally, like I'm not comparing her to Beyonce at all. I'm just gonna say, like, someone like Normani, I get super excited to see her perform on stage, like I would a Beyonce or a Michael, or like I said, I don't want to put too much pressure on her name for saying those people, but I'm just saying, like, she's someone that I get excited to watch on the TV, watch perform and watch her videos. I want to see her perform. I want to see her dance. Like, what dance you gonna do now? Like, I want to see her fuck up a dance, because Normani has been on Dancing with the Stars. She can do just about any dance style she wants to. We've seen her do tango. We've seen her do like a ballroom dance. We've seen her do all types of shit, hip hop dance, everything, fill out choreography, everything. So it's like, I understand the fans, I understand why she trends all the time, because like, damn, we got you on our spirit, girl. Like, we want to see you win. Damn, we still ain't get we ain't get no song yet, girl. We ain't get no album yet, girl. So I understand that, but I think what makes me upset is the label situation. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, like her label, it just seems like, for me from the outside, like I said, I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but it seems to me from the outside, it's like, damn, like her label isn't really working hard for her. Isn't really behind her like that. Like,
who's she signed to?
She talked about how she paid for that Wild Side video. She talked about how she paid for that video on her own. $1 million. Like, they had $1 million budget. And she paid for that on her own. Like, that came out of her pocket, out of her expense. You know what I'm saying? So it's just things like that. I just feel like, I enjoy all the music that she puts out. Like, I feel like at the very least, they should have Normani release like some sort of EP. Like a 7-song EP. Just give us that and see how that does. Because I understand why labels would be apprehensive to let certain artists release things. They want to get back on their investment. You know what I mean? I understand the whole label thing. I get it. But it's like, damn, Normani trends for no reason, out of nowhere, out the blue. For no reason. No music out, no photos out. She just trends out of the blue. I'm like, why is she trending right now? I'm like, what's going on with Normani? Nothing. They just think about her. Just talking about her, just thinking about her. She on somebody's spirit today, and it went viral. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just and I feel like, in my opinion, because she released Wild Side last summer, and then she released that song Fair. I think earlier this year. When did she release Fair? Hold on.
Probably early this year.
Either earlier this year. Yeah, she released Wild Side last summer, and then Fair came out. When did Fair come out? And of course, she has features here and there, but Fair came out early March of this year. So it's like, you're releasing singles once a year. It's just in my opinion, I feel like if she put out Wild, I feel like the label or whoever is PRAAP or what is it? A&R, my bad. A&R. I said AP. A&R. A&R or someone, they should have fucking like, if they want to release Wild Side, because Wild Side was huge, they should release Wild Side and release Fair right afterwards, or package it up, a two-pack, Wild Side and Fair together, or had a Wild Side video and had Fair at the tail end of the video, like give us a little preview, something. They should have packaged that together. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you releasing this smash dance hit, and then like this slow like Because Fair is a good song to me. It's a good song, but it's more so like an album cut to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like an album cut, like an album goodie, like an album gem to me, in my opinion. So that's what I gotta say about that. So I mean, I'm rooting for Normani. Hopefully, she comes back out with some stuff. You know, we know that the industry supports her. Like, she has a lot of industry friends. You know, we know that the industry supports her. The legends support her. Beyonce supports her. Brandy supports her. Like, we know that she has music, but it's just like, damn, like, what is it? Is the label, like, why label? Like, why are y'all doing this to us? It's like, why don't y'all have this young black woman's back? Like, why aren't y'all pushing for her? You know what I'm saying?
Why decide to go independent? Why have to go independent?
That's why, and that's the thing. Like, that's why, like, when artists say, "Oh, I fulfilled my contract, I'm independent now," I'm like, good job, great, because I'm like, great. Now you get to do things on your own terms. You don't have the stress of the label behind you. You know what I'm saying? So, and then with Chloe, right? So I'm a little on the other side with Chloe. See, Chloe, I always said that Normani needed to be more. I said before that I feel like Normani should be more open, like Chloe is. Like, I feel like Chloe really uses social media as a tool. Chloe releases, like, you know, covers all the time. Chloe releases song snippets all the time. She releases music a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Chloe's signed to Columbia, and she's signed by Beyonce under Columbia and Parkwood. But with Chloe, right? Chloe, she releases music, and you know, she has expressed that, you know, she's frustrated as well that her album keeps getting pushed back because her album is done and she wants to release an album. But for me when it comes to Chloe, I'm a little different, because I understand why the label might want to hold Chloe up a little bit, because Chloe has released about 3 singles now. She's releasing her 4th single this Friday, and you know, her only like major hit out those 3 singles was Have Mercy, and her other singles kind of like, they didn't flop, but they kind of fell under the radar. They didn't like really perform as well as Have Mercy. And she has told us, like, on Twitter, she said, yeah, like, my label won't release my album until they get another hit. And so I get that with Chloe, because, like, you know, I understand that standpoint with Chloe, only because, like, you know, Have Mercy, it charted, but it didn't do too that well. It didn't get that high, in my opinion. I think, let me see, what number did Have Mercy peak? Peaked at 28 on the Billboard Hot 100. Yeah, so she had like a top 40 single. With Have Mercy, but her other songs didn't chart as high. And I get the whole label. I think for Chloe, I think that she does a great job with her social media presence. But in my opinion, I think that I want to see her perform more solo. I want to see her do more live performances. And I want to see her just make better decisions with her singles. I think that, like, I love her music for me, but like commercially, I feel like this song that's coming out, right? This new song is supposed to be called For One Night, that she's been previewing for like months now, and everyone's excited about it. I'm excited about it too. But she has Lotto featured on it. And for my opinion, you know, I've heard the snippet of that she's released. I think that, you know, and of course, you know, Lotto's a rapper. Of course she's gonna rap on it. But I feel like instead of having Lotto on that song, I feel like she should have had like an R&B guy on there. Like, they could go back and forth, like, you know, female male perspective. Right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she should have done that for that single that's coming out. So things like that. I feel like, you know, there's certain decisions. But yeah, I feel like I want to see her release. I want to see her like have a higher charting song, and I want to see her do more live performances. I do. I do. Because honestly, like, you know, I know Chloe's ready and eager to drop her album, but, you know, and we know we all love Chloe and Halle, but Chloe and Halle, you know, I've always been a listener. I've listened to them faithfully since their album The Kids Are Alright. That's when I really got into them. But I feel like Chloe and Halle, they didn't really pop like that until their last album that they just made. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, she's one of the it girls for sure, but it's like, you know, it's still like, you know, it's still a little shaky in my opinion. I feel like she needs to solidify herself a little bit more before she releases an album, in my opinion. I'll say that, in my opinion. Yeah. Like, I know that Beyonce just announced a tour. She's going on tour next summer. Of course, I know that Chloe is going to be an opening act for her for sure. Like, obviously, that's right. Obvious. But like, yeah, like that would be great for her. Like, I feel like after that tour, I feel like she could drop an album.
Yeah.
But before that tour, do more live shows. Like, she's been doing like, she's been on the award shows or whatever performing. She did BET, she did the American Music Awards, I believe, and then she did the MTV Awards as well. Like, do that, and of course, like, do like more festivals, do more like performances. Do that shit. Go viral. Keep going viral with that. And like, I feel like do some more of that. And I just feel like it just, yeah, that's my opinion with Chloe. Like, she's talented, but sometimes the decisions aren't really, they aren't really like spilling over well, if that makes sense. Like,
more precise decisions.
More precise. Yeah. Like this, like you having Lotto on your song. Like, I get it. You wanted to be like a rap girl. You wanted to like test out and see how good the song was going to do with Lotto on it. But in my opinion, I feel like you should have had like a male R&B singer on that song with you. In my opinion, like a Black or like a freaking who else is an R&B male singer?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown or something like that.
Breezy crushed that joint.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like something like that. Like, you got Lotto on there, and you're singing about like like a guy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like sometimes you got
song choices.
Yeah, like
A&R Danny.
Huh?
A&R Danny.
You think so? Because I really love when it's like, I love a good R&B song with like a male and female perspective, like singing back and forth to each other. Like, I loved Chris Brown's what's it called? Drink or something, or Drunk, or with Janae Aiko on it. What's it called?
Oh damn.
It's called
I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah, that song with Chris Brown, Janae Aiko. Let me look it up now.
Can't remember shit right now.
Yeah, damn. It's called.
It's the relax.
Drunk Texting.
Okay.
Yeah, that song with Chris Brown and Janae Aiko, Drunk Texting. Like, I love that song. I love like a back and forth, even with like other people, that these local people, these are local artists and stuff. Like, when they ask me advice or they ask me input, like, I'm like, girl, like, go ahead, put a girl in there. Like, y'all sing it to yourselves, sing to each other on a record. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. That's how I feel. So,
hey,
yeah.
A&R Danny.
Anywho, moving along. I want to talk about Saweetie real quick. I want to talk about Saweetie.
All right, yes, your girl.
I do. I want to talk about Saweetie.
What you got? She coming out.
That's someone else that that I enjoyed from the beginning. I also understand why her label is not letting her drop an album yet. In my mind, like I said, I don't know these people. I don't know what goes on. I'm just observing and making educated guesses. In my mind, it seems like her label does not want her to release an album yet, because of course they want a more solidified hit from her. I think that, she has platinum records, her singles and several, but she, in my mind, like I said, I'm a Saweetie fan. But in my mind, I feel like her success comes from either the song being a sample or the song having a huge feature on it. Like, of course, like My Type did big numbers. Tap In did big numbers because they were samples. Icy Girl did big numbers because it was a sample, like a known sample. I feel like that Best Friend record that with Doja Cat on there, that did huge, but I feel like it did huge because of Doja Cat, in my opinion. I think that she released another single called Closer featuring her, and it sounded like a Doja Cat throwaway song, in my opinion. It sounded like Kiss Me More. It sounded like they gave it to Doja Cat and Doja Cat said, nah, I'm good, I'll go with this one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it sounded like to me. That record, I don't think that record really charted that high. And let me see. I don't think that record made top 10. It didn't make top 10 on Hot 100. It just didn't. It didn't get that high up there. I think, and I understand why her label wouldn't want her to. It seems like her label keeps pushing back her album because it's not sticking. Like her song is just not sticking. Like, she released another song called Icy Chain. I hated that song, and it didn't go anywhere.
I never heard it.
Yeah, I'll play it for you after. It didn't go. I hated the song. I didn't like the song. And it wasn't a good song. It just wasn't good. To me, in my opinion. I'm a Saweetie fan. I'm a real fan. I'm a genuine fan. So I'm gonna be honest with my faves. I didn't like that song. It wasn't a good song to me. So like I said, I understand why the label pushes her album back, and I understand, it seems like her label keeps pushing it back, and she keeps going back to the drawing board. It seems like that to me. Like she keeps announcing, "Oh, it's done. I'm gonna push it," and then it never comes out because the label's saying no, it's not good. Because a lot of times, like when the artist, sometimes the artist says, "Oh, my album's coming out so and so." A lot of times when they say the album's coming out and it doesn't come out, it's because it's not good per se. It's not good, so they have to keep going back to the drawing board. And I feel like that's the case for Saweetie, in my opinion. So that's that on Saweetie when it comes to her music. And then also, I know that, it seemed like, she had a really bad breakup with Quavo. She had a really bad breakup with Quavo, and, it seemed like, she fell into like some sort of like, depression here. And, when you have a bad breakup, you go into a depression, you know what I'm saying? It's understandable. We all go through that. And I feel like, certain decisions that she made weren't very wise. I feel like, her posting that picture with Lil Baby like that, we all know the photo that, we all know. I feel like that was a very, very, that was not a good decision on her part. Because I feel like that overshadows her too much. Because now you got freaking Quavo. You got Quavo over here. First of all, she posted that picture of Lil Baby, like, she posted the leg and the shoe, but of course we all did our FBI thing and found out it was Lil Baby that she was fucking around with. So obviously, we all know that Saweetie fucked Lil Baby. Okay, cool, right? But like, Lil Baby came out and said his little shit, like, he tweeted some wild shit saying like, "Oh, why the fuck this lame ass B da 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 da." So, how some niggas don't want people to know that who they fuck. They don't.
True.
Despite the baby saying shit, but some other niggas don't like people knowing who they fuck around with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's that, and then so that shit went down, and now you got Quavo over here capitalizing off of like false gossip, like these rumors about how, like, because this is another thing too about people just making shit up that don't make no fucking sense. It's this whole dumbass thing about how, oh, Offset must have fucked Saweetie. Like, what? What?
Doesn't make sense.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It doesn't make sense.
Like, it's like all someone has to do with all you have to do is say one thing online, and it's like everyone just takes it and runs with it. Like, there's some smart folks out there that say, "Oh no, this is fucking stupid, guys. This is not fucking true." I don't have to know them to know that this shit is not fucking true. But there's a whole thing about, oh, Offset must have fucked Saweetie, blah, blah, blah. And then, Quavo, this is what I'll give Quavo. Quavo, he always seemed like the business savvy one out of the group. Like, he understands marketing. He's the poster kid of things. And I love that about him. Like, I love his business savviness. I always notice that about him. Of course, he wants his album with Takeoff to do well. So, of course, he capitalized off of that false report, off of that rumor about Offset fucking Saweetie, and made people think that it was, it's to still, to hit the blogs and sell whatever. He capitalizing off of this shit, of course, because, he is fine with you thinking that, even though he knows it's not true. He's fine with y'all thinking that because he wants to sell his albums, and he don't fuck with Offset or Saweetie. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, y'all sitting here just believing shit, carrying it on, and and you got Cardi B having to say some shit because she mad that y'all lying on her husband, and and this is gonna be addressed on Offset's album. Like, it's like, come on now, we all know that they didn't fuck each other. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that whole thing, but it's like Saweetie, back to Saweetie. Like, it's like, damn, like I hate to see her in this mix. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I can't handle nobody's having an issue with me. I'll be having my own issues with people in the DMV, and imagine me being a famous bitch and niggas saying things about me on a national scale.
Oh, you gonna be going at everybody.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, like, I will definitely go into a depression. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But no, like, it's like, I hate seeing her name mixed up in shit like this because, Saweetie, beautiful girl, college graduate, smart, business savvy, anything. You can talk about her rapping all you want to, but that girl keep a bag, and that girl know her business, that girl know her marketing. Okay? Period. But I hate seeing her name mixed up in this stuff. I'm just ready for her album. I hope that, she went back in the lab and came out with the best work possible. And I can't wait for her to drop her album. And I want to see, I really want to see what it does and how it performs. And I want it to be a really good project because I want this to overshadow the bullshit. I do. I want this to overshadow the bullshit for sure. Yeah, that's about Saweetie. Okay, so next. We're almost done here.
Shout out to Sweetie.
Shout out to Sweetie.
Shout out Sweetie.
Icy girl. Okay. I'm going to gloss over this real quick because this next topic, I'm going to get through this real quick. We're at the 40-minute mark.
Oh, what you got?
Listen,
what you got?
I'm gonna get through this real quick. I'm not trying to do too much with this. Okay. First off, what I'm not going to talk about is the whole Nicki Lotto thing. I'm not talking about the Nicki Minaj Lotto. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So I'm not gonna deep dive in that. I refuse.
Yes.
I fucking refuse.
That's a whole hour.
I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it.
It's an hour.
I want to go home. So the Grammys, right? The nominations haven't even come out yet. And so there was a whole uproar these past couple weeks about, you know, what song is going to be considered in what category and blah, 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 blah. So there's a whole thing about that. So, like I said, I'm not going to get too much into this. I'm going to gloss over real quick. So Nicki was upset that, so Nicki has this song, Super Freaky Girl. So Nicki was upset that the Grammys, so she wanted Super Freaky Girl to be, she submitted the song, Super Freaky Girl, to go into the rap category. And so the Grammy said no. Allegedly, the Grammy said no. They want to move it to the pop category. Right. Of course, that's fucked up because, you know, why would you put that song in a pop category knowing good and damn well Taylor Swift or Ariana Grande or whoever, Harry Styles, whoever, they're going to beat her. Like, why would you do that's fucked up? And so the whole thing was, again, I'm going to gloss over this one. The whole thing was, you know, Nicki was like, of course, she was upset about it for obvious reasons. And she was saying like, wow, like, why would you take out my song, but then leave Big Energy in the rap category? So the song Big Energy is, of course, by Lotto. And it's similar to Super Freaky Girl. You know, the whole vibe is similar. It's real. I feel like both songs are kind of poppy. They're both rap songs, but they're kind of poppy. They have a pop feel to it, you know? So they're leaving allegedly, you know, so far they're supposed to be, again, the nominations are not even out yet. So they're supposed to be leaving Big Energy in the rap category and moving Nicki Minaj's song into the pop category. So Nicki Minaj is like, that's fucked up because we have the same producers. It's basically the same song, whatever. So that was that. So the Grammys, of course, you know, people, every time Grammy season comes around, it's always like a whole thing. And I get it. Like, you know, I'm not a musician, so I'm not really as passionate as the next person is. But, you know, it's like, damn, you guys have the same arguments, it's the same arguments every year. It's the same arguments, guys. Same thing. So that's fucked up. Moving along. So Silk Sonic. Huh? Oh, no, go ahead. Silk Sonic, they decided to pull out of the say no, but no, Silk Sonic. What? What'd you say? What'd you say, J-Rob?
Nothing.
So Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, they decided to pull out of the submitting to the Grammy. They want people to win. They're like, listen, if we in this category, we winning. So we'll let you have it. You know, they're like, you know, we won enough because they have won. Silk Sonic has won enough. They have won enough awards that they shouldn't have won, in my opinion. Shit. They're like, no, here you go. We've won enough, guys. You guys can have this one, whatever. Just here you go. Sharing it. Yeah. So that was cool. That was considerate. That was really nice of you, Bruno Mars. That was so nice of you. I really appreciate that.
You got like 30 of them.
I wouldn't say, yeah, exactly. And then also, Beyonce, allegedly she, or apparently or whatever, I don't know. I read it on Twitter. I don't know if this is true or not. But I guess she submitted her album or one of her songs or whatever. She submitted her music, her most recent music, into the dance electro category or whatever. And I'm sorry, guys, if I'm not saying it right. I don't know. I think it's dance, electro, whatever. She submitted her songs into another category. She submitted the songs to like a dance, electro category or whatever. And the Grammys allegedly rejected it and said it should go somewhere else or whatever. I'm like, damn.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. That's it. Like, I don't care. Like, that's all I'm gonna say about the Grammys. That's all. I'm not doing a deep dive. I'm not doing it. Not today. Next. Okay, so I'm not doing it. I refuse.
Yeah. Yes. That's a lot.
I refuse.
That's a lot right there. That's a lot.
Anywho, yes. The baby. I talked shit about him last episode. I did. The shit still remains. He doubled down on the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing, how he told everybody that they fucked, which is fucked up still. He said something about how, you know, one thing I did agree on. He said he was in a Hot 97 interview, And one thing about this interview, I feel like Ebro, he didn't go as hard as I really wanted him to go hard on. But again, you know, you're interviewing people and you don't want them to be upset. You want them to stay for the interview. You don't want them to walk out and be mad at you. So of course you have to submit to certain things, certain bullshit. But Ebro's a real one. I feel like Ebro really gets to the job. He don't give a fuck. He go in. He a real one. He a real one. He don't be tap dancing and shit. He don't be he's an actual interviewer. He does research. I like Ebro. I admire Ebro. But yeah, so one of the things he said about Dana Lay was, one thing that I did agree on is that he said with the whole brother thing about how like the brother, he said that he understood, you know, he said if that was my sister, I would want to fight that nigga too. I will pop up at his place, whatever, all that shit. But he said what made it goofy was him doing interviews and getting online and talking about some celebrity boxing match, this and that, and going on here and there and whatever. He said that's what made it goofy. Now you're trying to capitalize off of my daughter situation, and you're making shit goofy now. Like, you know, at some point I would have grown to respect you pulling up on me. I get that, but you making it goofy now. I don't fuck with that shit. And I agree with that. I feel like her brother was doing some goofy shit about, you know, trying to be a clout chaser and trying to promote his bullshit music, and that's what he said on the show. I agree with him. Like, I agree with that. Like her brother was doing some goofy ass shit. I will say that. Like, he's still a fuck nigga for both of them. All of them is fuck niggas. All of them. Like, he's still a fuck nigga for doing that shit to his baby mother on camera, on live, in front of everybody. But what he said in that interview about her brother, like, doing some goofy ass shit and capitalizing off of, like, Danny Lay's embarrassment and capitalizing off of the daughter's situation too, like, it's like, that's some goofy ass shit. I will say that. I watched the interview and I agreed on him with that, so I will say that. I still stand on what I said last episode, but I will say that because he's doing some press run now. He's on the Hot 97 right now, and he did a podcast with academics recently too. I guess he has a show coming up, so he's doing his press stuff. I still think it's lame that he did that to Megan Thee Stallion. I think all of it's still lame. Everything I said about him last episode, I think all of it's still lame. I just happened to look at his interview today, because of course that's what I do. I watch things for information, and I actually say things that are accurate.
Studies.
I do my studies, yes. So that's that. Yeah. Anyway, next. I'm gonna go home. Yes, I'm not going to. Can the camera still there?
That's good.
Okay. This last thing, like last time, I'm not gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
Kanye, right? Listen. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say, right? We all know the Kanye shit. And you know, he is losing endorsement deal left and right. Vogue dropped him, Adidas dropped him, Balenciaga dropped him, you know, whatever. There's some conspiracy theories on Twitter saying, oh, this is a part of his whole plan, and now he gets to do his own thing. He's gonna whatever, like whatever. I don't care. I just think that it upsets me again because Kanye West was my favorite artist. He was my favorite. He was my favorite artist. I loved his music. I loved what he stood for, like with the whole George Bush don't care about black, that shit. I love that shit. Like, I love that shit. I feel like that's the right thing to, like, him doing shit like that, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. So it's just so sad. Like, damn, like, it's just so sad to see, like, a black man, like, doing, it's just so sad to see one of us, like, a black person, do all this fuck shit. Like, everything that he's done. Every fucked up thing that he's done is just so sad to see. It's like, damn, why this man got to be black to and do this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's just sad. I hate it.
It's crazy.
I hate it so much. And real quick, so Drink Champs, right? This is the thing. I love Ebro and what he does. Hot 97. I love Ebro. I love real interviewers. And no shade. Like, I enjoy Drink Champs for the most part. I do. But I always felt like, you know, sometimes when I watch interviews, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not whatever. This is like more so like hopefully my podcast takes off one day. If it doesn't, it's fine. I still have a career. It's fine. Either way. At this point, it's a hobby of mine, which is great. It's fine. But I watch interviews sometimes and I'm like, damn, like, why didn't they ask this question? Or why didn't they push back on this question? This person is clearly lying. I get that you need to like, make them feel comfortable so they won't get up and walk out. You know what I'm saying? I understand that part, but it's like, come on, y'all. Like, I feel like with Drink Champs, I know the whole thing about them is drinking, so I guess they're drunk most of the time. But it's like, Nori, come on, you're not doing your research, bro. You don't do your. I feel like sometimes he doesn't do his research, and I feel like, you know, they eventually had to delete that interview that they did with Kanye West, of course. Yeah. But it's like, come on now, like, you put that interview up because you wanted the numbers, so you knew what was going to happen. And whoever edited that shit, is it still on?
Yeah, it's still on. Whoever
edited that interview and kept that shit about George Floyd, no one there. Did someone get fired? Like, seriously, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're on this huge network, Revolt, this huge YouTube channel, Revolt, and this you're this huge rapper, you have this huge name, you have this huge podcast. Why are y'all putting this hurtful information out there like that? For you to have to come back and do apology tours and you know, say like, oh, I'm so sorry, I let you guys down, I shouldn't have interviewed him, I shouldn't have put the interview out, I shouldn't have da. Like, come on, y'all, like, really? And like, you didn't give any pushback to him saying the whole false thing about George Floyd, and you didn't give no pushback. If it's like, you know, of course he brought up the whole thing. He brought up some stuff about how, like, you know, he said he did the whole Confederate flag thing, whatever. But like, come on, you could have went way harder. And it was at some point when he was on his apology tour on his different podcasts and different radio shows and shit, he was saying, like, you know, before the cameras rolling, he said something about how Kanye West came in and threatened to leave if they didn't Kanye threatened to leave if they didn't do something that he wanted or some shit like that. But it's like
you're appalled.
If anybody come in here, listen, this show right here, that if someone came in here and threatened to leave because I didn't do XYZ, you can go.
Facts.
I can have content. I can sit here by myself and have content. I can sit here with a co-host and have content. Still be the focal point of the show. No shade. I can sit here with an interview. I can sit here and interview somebody. I don't give a listen. Oh, you wanna? J. Rob's clapping in the background, so I had to push the clapping noise. I had to. Ain't nobody but to come to my show.
Hype yourself.
And J. Rob Studio that you know, we create content. Ain't nobody would come in here and threaten to leave because I didn't fulfill XYZ. Fuck you. Fuck you. So that just tells me that you really wanted this Kanye interview because you know you wanted to stir shit up. You know you wanted the numbers. You wanted to go viral. And I think Nori kind of said, like, yeah, I wanted to go viral. I wanted to have the numbers. Cool. But like, it's like, come on, y'all. Y'all kept the whole shit. If anything, why did y'all keep that George Floyd shit in there like that?
Definitely.
Why did y'all do that? And now his family is suing.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Lying about how he didn't die because because of the knee neck thing. He died because he was on drugs. No. What the fuck is wrong with you? Is that, and also, like I said, I'm not gonna do this. Also, when Kanye, of course Kanye has been kicked off of Twitter and Instagram because, you know, they cut him off because of the whole Jewish Semitics. Oh shit, anti-Semitism. Oh shit, is it? Damn it.
Semitics.
No, it's not Semitic. They kicked. I'm gonna cut this out. They kicked him off because of him saying that bullshit against Jewish people. Ooh, is Jews a bad? Is it Jews a bad?
Jewish people, Jews. Yes.
They kicked him off because of what he said about the Jewish community. But, you know, Kanye, when he was on Instagram, he would gaslight and bring up the whole race thing when he wanted to come for Kim Kardashian and them and all this stuff. But then you want to come, all right, I'm done. I'm not even about to do. You want to play the race card when it comes to when you mad about the whole you can't be at your daughter's birthday party. You want to play the race thing and say, oh, white supremacist Kris Jenner, but you sat on the same show and said, what do we own? The N-word and braids. Like, what? It's just, I'm over it. No, I'm not doing this. I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I wasn't going to do that.
It's the wine. It's the
wine because I'm slurring and it's fine because I'm still articulate. Okay.
Drink champs.
I'm over it.
Danny drink champs.
I'm sad. I'm mad. I'm sad. And I loved Kanye. I loved his music. I still do. Listen. He has a great catalog. All right, moving along. Anywho, That's it for me for the topics. I'm sorry. That's it for me for the topics. Did you have anything else you wanted to bring up, J. Rob? Why are you laughing at me?
Nothing.
Why are you laughing?
This is a very interesting show.
It is. I'm so sorry. Is this trash?
Nah.
Okay.
You just speaking how you feel.
Yes.
You speak how you feel every show.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just you got wine. Well, it's like the 5th episode of wine.
Oh my God. Anywho, that's all for my topics today. I have going into the seen and heard now. Seen and heard. I have to come up with a sound effect with that. Seen and heard is when we talk about movies and TV shows and music and shit. So seen and heard. Okay, guys. For the shows and movies, again, I saw Black Adam over the weekend. It was a cool action thriller. Yeah, it was a thriller. It was, it was action packed. Was it a Marvel or DC comic?
I think it was Marvel.
DC. I think it's a DC universe situation.
It looked like DC.
Black Adam. Yeah. It's a part of the Superman universe and Batman. Is that DC Comics?
Yeah, it's DC.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I saw that over the weekend. It was cool. Nice action pack. I didn't expect a huge storyline from it. It was whatever, action pack, whatever. The Rock probably made a cajillion dollars doing it. Cool, whatever. They announced Creed 3 is coming out next year, I believe. I'm excited for that. Creed 3, yes. Jonathan Majors is starring in it alongside Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson and stuff. I'm excited. I've still been watching my show Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. I'm still watching it, and my sister feels like the storyline is all over the place. I kind of feel that way too. For a little bit of some I kind of feel the same way about it, but I mean it's still entertaining to watch. So we'll see how it ends. I think the wife had something to do with homegirl being murdered, but whatever. Anywho, next, I watched this show called Under the Banner of Heaven on Hulu. I think it's from it's an FX original, I believe, but it's on Hulu. Okay. So it's on Hulu. It's about, Andrew Garfield plays in it. Andrew Garfield played Spider-Man at one point. Mm-hmm. I like him a lot. But yeah, he stars in it. Rory McCulkin, okay. Macaulay's brother. He's in it as well, and some other folks. But I enjoyed it. It's about I believe it's about a town in Utah. It's a Mormon town. Mm-hmm. Not Mormon. Yes, Mormon. Yes, the LDS. Yes, that's Mormon, right? Mm-hmm. LDS, Latter-day Saints. Yes, it's a Mormon town in Utah, and it's yes, it's about a Mormon town in Utah, a cult of Mormons, a cult of LDS people, and the detective Andrew Garfield, he's also LDS, but he has to solve a murder. So the town is a cult of like an aggressive cult of Mormons. Like they're like, no, like I'm a murderer, but God told me to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he told me to do it. You know what I mean? Can you read it? Can you read it real quick? Under the Banner of Heaven. Yeah, so he's a detective that tried to solve a murder in Utah in the Mormon town, and he while he's trying to solve the murder, he begins to lose his own faith because the murder is at the hands of a Mormon cult that he's at the hands of people that he grew up with, that he went to church with, and he starts to lose his faith because it's like this murder happened because of these extremists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he has to solve that murder case, and as it unfolds, he finds out different things, disturbing things with this cult and these people that he knew, that he grew up with, that he went to church with, and he begins to lose his faith, and things like that, and it's really interesting.
That sounds like a dope.
Do you want to read it real quick so I won't sound stupid? I'm gonna have to chop this part up so bad.
As
Can you just read, please?
As I was looking at it,
go ahead, read it, J. Rob. Just read it.
I got it back to it.
Okay.
All right. Starring Andrew Garfield. FX,
talk regular.
Under the Banner of Heaven. The limited series, inspired by bestseller John Crocker, that's his name, follows the murder of Brenda Wright Lafferty.
Yes, Lafferty.
All right,
Lafferty,
got you. And her baby daughter in the suburb in the Salt Lake Valley. As Detective
Is that Utah, right?
Yeah, Utah. Okay. Yep. Detective Jeb Peer.
Yes.
Investigates events that transpired.
Jeb Pyrie.
Oh, Paris, I got you. He uncovers buried truths about the origins of the LDS religion.
Latter-day Saints.
Yes, yep, and the violent consequences of, and just stops after that. Oh,
yeah.
Underyielding faith.
Underyielding faith. Yeah. So
Yes.
basically, the some of the of course, like a lot of when it comes to a lot of religions, a lot of like strict religions, the woman is supposed to be submissive. They're supposed to submit to the man and this and that. And, the women of the community, the women of the LDS community, they started to rebel. A couple of them started to rebel and realize that some of this shit is kind of fucked up, guys. I don't want to be a part of this. Let's rebel. Let's go to the church and like see what we can do and figure things out. So like that's what happened. Some of the women rebelled, and some of the husbands, they have to be punished. They have to be punished under death, basically, like blood atonement is what they said in the show. So yeah.
That sounds like an interesting show.
It is. It's like 7 episodes. It's not that long. So go ahead and watch it.
I'm about to say
it's on Hulu. Yep, it's good. Yeah. So that's that for that. And music. Real quick. So yes, Rihanna is coming back out, guys. Our girl, the icon, is coming back out. She has a single on the Black Panther soundtrack that releases this Friday. And I also heard that she's she's supposed to be going on tour next year.
Yep.
Yes, I'm excited for that. Yes. Save your coins for that. SZA is releasing a song finally called Shirt, and the video has Lakeith Stanfield in it, so I'm excited for that. We really want a SZA album. That's another girl that she releases singles, but we want an album, sis. So hopefully that's coming soon too. Yes, Drake and 21 Savage. Drake has been releasing albums back to back this year alone. Like this is his 3rd project this year. Yeah. So
surprised he ain't dropped more, but
right. So like he has a joint album with 21 Savage coming out soon. Coming out this Friday. So I'm excited for that. I love me some 21 and Drake. Like, man, 21 is hard. That's 21 has improved over the years, and he is hard as fuck. 21 Savage is hard as fuck.
He even said that he was working towards getting better. So
he's hard and his beats. I don't know if it's his beats or his rhymes. I don't know, but it's like he's hard as shit. Yeah. Like 21 hard as fuck. Anyway, and then lastly, Chloe is coming out with her single called For the Night featuring Lotto. So yes, that is the Friday night releases. Or Thursday night releases rather. The Thursday at midnight releases. I don't know what I'm gonna listen to first. I'm gonna listen to the singles first and then listen to Drake's album after. Yeah.
Sounds like a good.
Ooh, guys, what if Rihanna releases a video with a song? Probably not.
Probably already got it.
She probably will.
I doubt it. I doubt if Rihanna shot a damn video yet for that damn song.
Probably.
But I'm excited. I'm sure she's rehearsing for her Super Bowl performance. She's so busy right now. And then her Savage X Fenty fashion show supposed to be coming on Amazon too next month. Yeah. I'm excited for that. I gotta watch Kendrick Lamar's concert on Amazon Prime. I keep missing it. He was live in Paris. They have it on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime's coming up.
They are very much. Anything you want to say? Because I'm done.
Nope.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to this raggedy ass show. You guys can find me on all podcast streaming platforms. That's Heard HER_D on all podcast streaming platforms. I'm on YouTube HER_D. Subscribe, tell a friend. Instagram HERD the podcast. Twitter same thing. Thank you guys. TikTok Heard Pod. Follow me. All right now. Bye.